Trina here from Scrappy Horses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're working on a really simple Valentine. Simple in the respect that it's very easy to color. I didn't even put it on good coloring paper. I just put it on a simple cardstock. And so there's not a lot of blending. I just kind of did a cartoon style coloring on this image. And it's a really easy put together at the craft table. However, we're going to do a few little tricky things here in Design Space. So I thought, let's start out here and I'll explain what I did. This brown piece right here is my card base. So we're just going to take that away. We're just going to close our eye on that. I'm just doing that by left clicking it. It is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So really it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 folded over. I just used craft paper for that. Then I have this red piece right here, and that's just a piece that's going to go right behind this to frame it out. So I'm going to go ahead and close my eye on that also because we don't need to do anything to that. And what we have left is a piece of paper from DeCosse's Dynamite Doodles. I'm just going to move this off to the side. This is also that same piece of paper. I've just manipulated it a little differently. Okay. I have this piece, and it is from Over the Hill from Life's a Party. And that's a cut here in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to help you find that. My font for Happy Valentine's Day is Alleycat Bop ICG. And the little snow couple here is from Scribbles Designs. Guess what? It's free. Yes, it really is. I'm going to leave that information for you in the box below so that if you think this is as adorable as I do, you can go pick that up. This would be great for Christmas, a winter anniversary, or like I'm using it, Valentine's Day. I started off with a couple of squares. So I'm going to go ahead. I left clicked, or actually I right clicked this. I'm going to hit duplicate because I know I'm going to have this piece. All right. And I can unlock this by left clicking and just dragging down. And that will give us our inside piece. Then I knew I had this piece right here. That's going to have my sentiments, so we can easily read that and sign our name in there. So again, we're going to have another box. I'm just going to match it up with this one. You can make it whatever size you like in there. If you want to put a large sentiment or do a lot of writing, you could just make this bigger. Okay, we're going to stick that to the side. And then, of course, we're going to have the front of our card. Again, I'm going to left click to unlock. And I'm going to pull it over. I make most of them approximately, 4 by, it's about 4 by 5 1/4. But this one I made a little smaller since I wanted to put that outline behind it. I wanted to layer it up. All right, let's say you've never done this before and you don't know how to work with paper. We're going to start at the very beginning. All right, let's say you don't have this downloaded already and you want to use something you just got. All right, let's start there. You're going to hit this upload over here on the left-hand side. You're going to say pattern fill, upload pattern. You're just going to select it. I'm just left clicking my mouse, dragging it in, and there it is. DD Doodles, DeCosse Dynamite Doodles, Starry Sky. I can save it by color, blue, and it's sort of a cream here. So I'm going to mark both of those, and I'm just going to hit upload. It'll come back to this screen. We're going to hit cancel. Now, this is the piece that we want to be out of this paper, right? So again, we've got print and cut. We don't want color, we want pattern. And now we're just going to hit edit paper because we don't like the way it came in with the moon clear down here. So edit pattern. And now I can play with this. I can do anything I want with this. I can move it right and left, up and down, and make it bigger and make it smaller. So let's make it a smidge bigger. Let's move it to the left. Let's move it down. And there it is. So let's just leave it right there. It may not be exactly like my first one, but that doesn't matter. I click the X, and there it is. Isn't that fun? All right. So now I knew I wanted them to sit. I'm going to move them to the front by right-clicking and bring to front. I knew I wanted them sitting on a kind of a snowy hill. So I went to Images, and I left-clicked. At my keyboard, I'm typing in hill. And now I'm going to look for a hill. All right, I'm just going to go straight to the one that I liked. I liked this because it had a lot of hill going on there. Kind of a steep hill going down. Now you're thinking, but wait, we don't want this and we don't want candles. No, we don't. But let's bring it down here and let's show you what we can do with this image. First off, we don't need the candle fire, so we can just delete. I'm just hitting delete on my keyboard. I don't need this part with the black that says over the hill, so I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. All that I'm left with now is this. All right, now next thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the contour. So I'm left clicking contour, hide all contours, X. There we go. Are you beginning to see the hill we're going to end up with? I know that this is not going to be wide enough. So I'm going to unlock it. And I'm just going to pull it over. I know that this is width 3.75. I'll just make this width 3.75. I'm just typing that in on my keyboard and clicking my mouse. Now, I know that it's too tall, right? I'm going to change the color here just because the orange is bothering me. So I'm going to change it to white. There we go. All right. And I'm going to bring my little snow couple back. And again, I have to left click and bring them to the front. And let's see. Maybe I'd like like a little more snow behind them, I think. Let's do that. Okay? So you can play with this as much as you like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and remove my little snow couple. I'm going to just move this a bit to the right, and I'm just going to do this with my arrow key on my keyboard. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to pick up another square. So I'm going to Shapes, left click, here's a square, bring it in, just going to line it up here, unlock, pull it, make sure I'm still lined up, take this piece away. I selected both pieces. I come over here and I slice, and there's my hill. All right, so I can get rid of this now, just deleting it. I'm going to select both pieces now, my front and back. I'm going to come in here, align bottom, align right or left, doesn't matter. I'm going to pull them down. And now I'm going to bring in my little couple. I'm going to send them to the front, stick them here. All right, I'm going to select everything, flatten, and there's my front. It's all done. You're thinking, well, that was easy. I could do that. All right. So there we go. Paper from there. It's Snow Couple, and we used Over the Hill. All right, let's come over here now. We'll get rid of this for a minute. And this. Again, we had a couple of squares here. And this heart I pulled in over here from Shapes. Right there it is. So I just click it, and there it is. All right, again, I know that I want to print then cut. I'm clicking that square, clicking color, clicking pattern, clicking on my DeCosta's Dynamite Doodles. All right, now you're thinking, okay, I don't want the moon in this. How am I going to do this? Well, again, you're going to click it, edit pattern. Remember I told you could make this as big as you want? All I have to do is kind of make it bigger. I can move up and down. Right? I can move to the right and left. And there we are. Now, you can also rotate this. You can flip it horizontally. See how it flipped the words upside down? You can flip it the other way, or actually this one's upside down, the other one is the other way. All right, but we got rid of the sun and the moon, but we kept that really fun starry sky look. Now we bring in this piece. We're gonna change it to white or cream colored, either way, and all I have to do is click the little square here and say, let's make that cream colored. Don't know how to get to cream color? Let me show you. Hit orange and then come back really close to the beginning here, and that'll give you a cream. These hearts, well, all I did is sized it where I wanted it. I went ahead and duplicated it. I did that, so here I've got a heart. Here I've got a heart. Oops, let's bring him to the front. Right click. There we go. Gonna copy him. That's another way you can do it. You can duplicate or you can hit copy paste. It doesn't matter. I made this one a little bit smaller, I think. So one way we can do it is just by selecting them both and making them a little bit smaller. There we go. Now all I did here to get this look is I brought them in right next to each other like this. Okay, I made my top one a red color, and I made the back one, there we go, a light gray color. Okay, you can make them any color you like, all right, whatever works for you. So again, I had these two now. And my front one is the red, same red. And the little back one is gray. Now, all I have to do is, oh, you know what? I want to make sure that this piece and this piece are exactly centered. So I just select those two. I come up here to the top here where it says align, and I just hit center. There we go. Okay, this is an insert because I realized I didn't tell you how to put the sentiment inside. So let's just do that real quickly and I'll insert it into the video. All you're going to do is you have all of this part done. You're going to come in here and choose text. You're going to type in the text you like at your keyboard. Happy Valentine Day. I'm going to select it. I know that I wanted Alleycat, so I'm going to go through here. It's in alphabetical order. Here's Alleycat Bop ICG. I select it just by left clicking. There it is. Now I just select this and I can put it in at whatever size I like. Just slip it in here. And now we'll go ahead and continue with where we were in the video. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put it all together here and flatten it. Okay? So on with the video. Now I select them all like so. Come over here to the right side. See the little flatten? I click it and there it is. It's all ready. So now this piece will print and cut, and it's just one piece. This piece will print and cut, and it is just one piece. And then I will go ahead and with my paper slicer, I will go ahead and cut the layering piece here. And I will also cut my card base, my craft card base for that. All right, so we're ready to go to the craft table. I promise you, this is so quick at the craft table that it's amazing how fast it will go. The hard part was just setting it up here, and this really wasn't that hard. If I weren't explaining it, I'd say it probably would take me maybe 8 or 9 minutes, 10 minutes in Design Space. It wouldn't take too long, as long as I knew what font I wanted and what shape I wanted. The thing that takes the longest is just finding those shapes and putting it all together that way, not actually manipulating your papers. Remember, if you have any questions or comments on how all this works in Design Space, leave them below. I am so happy to help. I enjoy Design Space and I enjoy manipulating papers. I enjoy changing shapes and making them work for my projects, and I'm more than happy to help. Also, remember that Snow Couple is free, so check out in the box below where you can find this couple because they are so cute. All right, let's get off to the craft table. So here we are at the craft table, and I will tell you this is an easy put together. I'm just adding a little ink to the edges of these two pieces, and then the rest of the put together is nothing more than just layering and taping in the pieces. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to remind you that all of the information about this card will be in the box below. Remember, the Snow Couple is free from Scribbles Designs, so if you find them to be as endearing as I do, you'll want to go check that out. Wishing you a wonderful week, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Bye.